Hi, everyone. This is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and I'm excited to be with y'all this evening. It's kind of my way of giving gifts back to all of y'all, which I'm so excited about. I'm going to be answering your questions. Each person gets one question. I know that sounds amazing and fun. I haven't done this in a while. Hi, Miss Sandra. Hi, Paul. Hi, Gigi. I know everybody's going to be clicking in now. There are a few ground rules with this one. Okay. Hello, Miss Myra. I love you. So there are a couple of ground rules with this. Is You can only ask one question on one platform. Don't try to do it on different platforms. The second thing is make sure your question is really clear. Okay, not giving me the whole backstory, 19 blah blah blah. This happened and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. I don't require all of that. The second one is no pronouns, not like he, she, he, him, her. If you only have one her in your life and you want to know what she thinks about something, that's great. But most people have more than one her and more than one him. So I need you to use kind of like require you, I guess I'm going to put it that in better terms, to ask a clear question using people's first name. I don't care about the whole name or date of birth and all that kind of stuff, just not necessary. And Really, it's one of those. The fun part is you get to join me live. It's kind of different. I've got a couple of students on that I haven't seen in a while, so that's kind of fun. But hopefully y'all have made arrangements. I am so excited. Hello, Miss Tony. To be doing announced in my December newsletter. We were talking about my New Year, New You group reading. One here in Sugarland, and then one will be online. And it's kind of more tailored towards my Arizona clients than anything else. So that's kind of a little bit fun. Usually my Arizona clients are like, you do it so early. So I did a little bit later on that one, but that one will be online, and that's always fun. Let's see, I've got uh, basically me for December. Kind of the thing that I was really focusing on is in all of the newsletters, all of them were kind of tailored towards like not judging. That's something I think that a lot of people deal with when we have like family members and friends in our household. Um, it's one of those when they come over, they're talking about, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is here. I can't believe this is here. Don't believe this. And it's one of those, it feels really harsh and judgy, and it really is, but it's one of those, there's some ways to kind of work through that. And so that's what I kind of really focused in on in December, because we have a lot of family members coming in. Kind of my January one, of course, is New Year, New You with all my group readings. I also did announce I will be doing a ghost tour down at the Galvez. Am so excited about the Galvez. I love doing it there. They have there's just because Galveston has such a long history, there are lots and lots and lots and lots of ghosts there. But that's kind of the fun part. The second part that's really fun is that the ghosts are really interactive. So I think that's the really fun part for me, is that they're really interactive. And so sometimes I'll have my students join me there. And so that can be fun as well. If you've got a question, make sure you post it. Remember the guidelines. Your question must be clear. I don't require the backstory. I don't need all of that. But no pronouns. You must use first names, and make sure that you ask a good question. You only get one of them, so ask a good one. I think that's the kind of fun part. And I will be doing angel cards. I love my angel card deck. It's one of those. This is my favorite deck. So I thought I would use my favorite deck with you guys. And then in early 2023, I will be doing I'll announce first the meeting, then we'll do a kickoff meeting for 202, and then we'll do a 303, and hopefully go into another 404 next in 2023. Meanwhile, I'll be doing a couple of 101s. I know I've got a couple of people that are really wanting a 101, but it's hard to do it during the holidays. Like in Texas, we woke up and it was 65 degrees, and now it's 28. Yeah, it turned cold on us. But if y'all got a question, post your questions. I am not seeing any questions yet. So I'm kind of like, okay, whenever you're ready. That's kind of the fun part. I'll get to answer your question. Okay, so Sandra's asking who moved her clock on her desk. I get that his, I get, it's a gentleman, it's an older gentleman. He looks like a grandfather. And because he's showing me like a pocket watch. He's opening up the pocket watch is what he's showing me. It's kind of like that, open the pocket watch. My grandfather used to do that, and he would like click it or something like that, and it would like open in his hand. So that's what I get is like a grandfather, and he's like checking the time on his watch, his pocket watch, to your time on your desk. And so he's the one who moved it. Like I said, I do see the pocket chain. He does have like a black suit on. A little bit, um, a little bit heavy set in the stomach area, but not heavy or big or anything else, just a little bit in that area. Sandra. My next question is on Facebook. Let's see. Karen is asking, Ruth, my question is my son Justin doing well? I'm going to ask the angel cards because I feel like y'all have been disconnected. So I'm getting a disconnection. Yeah, there's a disconnect. I know this is sounding really weird. But I'm also getting there's like a depression or something like that, or something he's going through that he feels overwhelmed with. But the card I picked for Justin and you asking if he's doing well, I get nature. He is going through something. I feel like he's been going through something, but I also feel like he's getting through it and coming out on the other side. So that's one of the things that I love for him, is that it's going to be naturally kind of coming out of the other side of this. But he's been going through a depression or something where he feels really a lot of heavy energy around him. Let's see. Gigi's asking, is Kristen Cepeda's hidden agenda going to be revealed? Yes and no. And I kind of get a double question, like a double answer. So I get a yes and a no, Gigi, on that one. And I get that her intention is going to be what's revealed. Not necessarily maybe her hidden agenda, but the people in know, or the people that need to be in know, are going, like, they're going to see her intentions behind everything. I think people that are kind of like beneath her, or don't deal with it near as much as you do, because y'all kind of work somewhat closer together. I do feel like there is going to be that coming out, and they may see the agenda. The agenda may be something kind of, but the upper people are going to see like kind of like that hidden intentions of what she's trying to do. Let's see. Miss Tony B. Okay, Miss Tony has a question. Where do you see me next year? Sorry, I am dealing with a really bad sinus explosion with all of this coming in. I do see you moving to a different house. I don't feel like the house that you're at is the same layout. I also see that the house that I would normally see you in, is the best way to put it, with a for sale sign in the front yard. So I do see some changes, either that or you're doing some major changes to your house. I mean, we're talking like interior walls being moved and that sort of thing. I also feel like you're moving east of where you're at. So wherever you're at, and it doesn't have to be a lot of, I'm saying, like, it could be anywhere from a couple of blocks to a few miles, but I feel like you're coming east a little bit compared to where you're at right now. But I do feel like there are some changes coming in for you. And I do feel like for you, there's been some people that you really believe that you could rely on, and that hasn't happened for you. So there's kind of being an overwhelmed energy with being overwhelmed with that you're not getting the support that you require from every person. So that's kind of like, interesting kind of thing. It's like, interesting. I had lots of people saying they were going to join us tonight. I love doing angel cards. I think the thing I love about angel cards the best is that it gives you such a precise answer. I will be doing in 2023. I will be doing an angel card class just talking about angel cards, how to connect your deck, how to get better answers, and then going into maybe even a super advanced angel card class. That's kind of a fun one. And then I've been asked to do a meditation class, and I'm trying to see how that will work, like in the house or online, that sort of thing. Okay, so on Instagram, I've got a question on Instagram. If you can give me your first name, Instagram, love yes 2023. So give me a first name on that for you so I can connect to your energy. And I've got Ty on like every dog in the neighborhood just went off. I think the fire department's in the neighborhood. Ty is asking on let's see, can you pull a card for his wife's new job? The card I get for you, Ty, is trust. Trust that this is the new job. This is the right new job for her. Trust that she's going to be there for a while. I do feel like this is something that is been coming out for her for quite a while. So I do feel like that is something that's coming out that she's really, really excited about. But I do feel like she'll be there for several years before she changes jobs or even changes departments at where she's at. Okay, Kim, on Instagram, I've got she's asking, where do you see me in 2023? And this is Kim. Okay, Kim. The card I get for you, Kim, is miracles. And I do feel like there's several miracles coming to you. One early January, one mid-February, one either March or May, and I'm not really sure. I'm getting the M in there. And then I get one late 2023. So it could be November, December timeframe. But there's 4 miracles coming to you. I would say that get really clear about what you're asking for, because some of the stuff that you've been asking for, you're really not using clear questions or clear statements. I get that a lot when people are trying to manifest something for themselves, that what they think they're being clear, but they're really not. They're not being as clear as they really think they are. They're thinking like, oh my gosh, he's hearing my heart, or he's seeing this, or, God's hearing all of this, and he understands what I want. But the thing is, though, sometimes people are like, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And so it's kind of like, what do you want? Kind of thing. Hey, Miss Tina. So that's kind of the thing, is that get really, really clear. I often tell people one of the great things to do is to do like a vision board. So you get really clear about what it looks like for you. That really, really helps as well. Hopefully that helps for you, Miss Kim. Let's see. Shelly, will the seller of my property in Tonto Basin fix or replace the well? He will replace it. And it's one of those. So I think that's kind of one of the things that's coming in really quick, is that things are changing around that area really quickly. So it's kind of like things are changing on the property. And Shelly, I think that they'll do it because they want to just sell the property. They're ready to get rid of it. And so that they will replace it kind of quickly. And what I get, kind of the answer is, the card I get for that, Shelly, is truth and integrity, but it's kind of more the integrity part of it is like what they're really, the angels are kind of telling me, like the integrity part, they want to sell it with integrity. So there's no way that anybody can come back to them and, have a complaint or a problem or anything like that. So it's like, okay, it happens that way. Okay, who hasn't asked a question? Miss Tina, do you have a question? Miss Tina, do you have a question? I got my angel cards. And if y'all, hopefully y'all get all my newsletters. I love doing my newsletter. I am working on my first one for January 2023. I love doing my angel cards. Thank you, Shelly. Hopefully I'll get to see you when I do my online group reading in Arizona. And when I show up, I am coming to Arizona this year. We're looking at sometime August, September timeframe to go out there. So we're like, yes, we're so excited. So excited to go. I haven't been out to Arizona in a couple of years, so I'm like, really miss it. Thank you, Miss Kim, on Instagram. Yeah, definitely follow me. I've got newsletters coming out, kind of some changes coming, a lot of changes coming in 2023 for a lot of people. So Miss Tina's asking, could you pull a card for my job in 2023? So the question, or the card I get for you, Miss Tina, is that listening to your angels and guides, that there is going to be a letting go of old things, of old jobs, of old kind of commitments that you've had, and kind of a coming of new coming in. It's pushed off until like May right now, but it could come in earlier because they're showing me like it coming in almost like you're the one who's pushing it off. So there's some pushing off of that energy, but listen to your angels and guides. They are ready for you to make some big changes. Kind of, I would say also 2023 is a really good year to make some changes, especially the beginning of 2023. We've got a lot of good energy coming in with Jupiter in the sign of Aries. That is a really, really cool one. I think that's kind of the kind of the special one. Kels, if you're just showing up, definitely ask a question. Make sure that you get really, really clear about your question. I love doing questions. That's one of my favorite things to do. Like I said, Jupiter in the sign of Aries has some really amazing energy to connect into, and it could really change your life. It really could. It's got some amazing energies. It's got some amazing stuff that will be launching in the next couple of days or so. It's coming out very, very soon. And let's see. So this is, going out. That is my Jupiter 2023 for December, for kind of December, kind of like opening it, kind of that energy up. So that is going to be making some big, big changes. Kelly, for you on Instagram, I will post that here in a little bit. If not, it's on YouTube. I think it launched like 2 days ago. It was a day or two ago, something like that. It hasn't been out for all that long. Try to keep track of these. It has been a crazy couple of days for me, especially with my class last night. We had so much fun and learned so many new things. Okay, so Kels is asking, when will I marry my twin flame currently in separation? Kels, I get that there's an emerging energy with this, that there's kind of an emerging of energies. And I don't feel like it's just on one side. It could be that there's some things changing with you, and then there's things changing with your twin flame as well. And that's going to be in kind of bringing in almost like that y'all are separated now. It's going to bring this into a really kind of an interesting, almost like brand new relationship, even though it's not brand new relationship, because each of y'all are emerging into different areas. So when y'all get back together, it'll be kind of like, okay, this great coming together. I don't feel like it's going to be coming in the next couple of days or weeks. I feel like it could be a few months coming in. So it's one of those, the changes are still being made and kind of coming around. It will get back together is what they're showing me right now. There's some changes coming together. Like I said, the video on Jupiter in the sign of Aries. One of the things we counted up this past year is I have launched just under like 400, like 380 something videos this year alone. I normally launch about 400 videos by the end of the year, which is kind of coming back together, kind of that meeting of minds, kind of like coming back into this whole, like, here we go, moving in together, kind of energy connection. So I think that's kind of one of the fun things about like doing the New Year, New You, is kind of like giving everybody like that insight, or kind of like getting you on the right page for what's about to happen, where you're about to end up in your life. And that can kind of launch you into a really brand new good year. And people are like, why do you wait till the end of the month? Well, I wait till the end of the month because that's one of those things for me, is like it gives my team to get prepared. It gets time for people to kind of be in the energy of that new year for a period of time before I kind of get you set on that energy, which is the perfect alignment for you. So I think that's kind of one of the fun things, is getting you in perfect alignment in that energy. So I think that's kind of one of those energies that people really love, people really care about, is kind of that coming together of 2023. It's going to be a really amazing year, and I've got a ton of videos. I've done numerology, I've done astrology, all kinds of stuff for 2023, and those will be launching probably right after Christmas time for my team, getting you ready for like 2023. And then I'll do a couple of live shows on Thursday Night Live talking about some of the events that will come up, kind of like an overview, probably something like that. But I love when people kind of give me questions, or I think Sandra's really good about that, asking these really intense questions. And I'm like, okay, how can I teach this to somebody else? So she always comes up with some really amazing questions. I have a couple of people that are like that send me questions, and I do my little Dear Ruth Theresa questions on them, and get them a little bit more insight. But then I get to also dedicate the video to them, kind of like, okay, this is your question. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Any other questions for anybody else? It's going to be a short one tonight. I knew everybody would be excited to open up their Christmas present from me. I love doing answering questions. I think that's kind of the cool part, is I get to kind of know what's on your mind. And Miss Tina's going to be changing jobs. Things are going to be changing. Tina's asking, will I meet my man this year? No, actually, you'll meet him in 2022. So you won't, well, you will meet him in this year. So you're right. You will meet him in 2022. You will meet your man in 2022. The relationship doesn't start until 2023, but you meet him in 2022. Okay. So I have someone on Instagram, and they're saying Tucker, my grandson, my doggy grandson, needs his own card. Okay. So actually for Tucker, I've got two. He has a lot of ideas and inspirations because he is dreaming about toys and treats. Then the other one is harmony. He's not going to be in harmony. He loves the squeaker, but he loves when he's in harmony with the squeaker. That's the way it goes. Okay, Kina. Hey, Miss Akina. Okay, let's see. Akina is asking, what do you see in my future-wise? Future. I bet you want some words with this too, Akina. I bet. I get the card abundance and some changes coming in for you. I do feel like there's also some adjustments at work, or there may be kind of like a redefinement of what you're doing or how you're doing something. But I do feel like it's going to be really amazing for you, and kind of bringing in some really possible new opportunities coming up down the road, not right away. It's one of those, at first you might be like, this doesn't feel like the right thing, but it will open up into that, and open up into some more amazing energies, some possibilities, and kind of that kind of energy. So that's kind of one of those, interesting. Okay, so Kels is asking, do you see a marriage though? You didn't say that. Because marriage and a committed relationship, energetic wise, feels the same. That's why. I didn't see a ring, but that doesn't mean anything. What it means is a committed relationship is a committed relationship. I know that sounds really weird, but energetically, it's the same thing. That's why I can't ever like promise a marriage. What I'm saying is I can see y'all getting back together. I can see it coming. I can see the energies emerging again, but I don't see a ring. And that may be right now that marriage is on the table. That doesn't mean that it's not. It just right now it's not on the table. And I can only read for what I feel right now. I know, kind of crazy, huh? Kind of crazy. Let me pull some cards for y'all. And these are cards between now and the end of 2022. So kind of finishing off these last 2 weeks in 2022. So the first card I get is forgiveness. I get like usually a lot of people say like forgive other people. What I get is I get more like there's a forgiveness for yourself, kind of letting yourself off the hook that you didn't fall into line like everybody else, or things didn't come out the way they were supposed to. But a lot of times, like people are holding themselves to a much higher standard than other people would do that. There are a lot of blessings out there. Like I was telling someone else, I think it was Kim on Instagram, is you got to get really clear about what blessings you do want. So many times people are just like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. But it's almost like, I want a blue car. No, I want a red car. No, I want a white car. No, I want this kind of car. No, I want that kind of car. And you're really not getting clear. So eventually you get nothing. And then you're like, this doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because you didn't get clear about what you did want. That's the problem, is you didn't get clear. My next one is freedom. This one is all about feel free to relax. Feel free to set some really healthy boundaries for you. I did a lot of boundary videos in November because there is a lot of heavy energy when you've got friends and family either going to your house or you're going to their house. There's a lot of energy in play. So make sure that you have the freedom to walk out, to take a break, to go for a walk down the street, even if it's really, really cold outside. Make sure that you've really got that. Like I can take a break, or I can walk away, or I can say I'm ready to go at any point or time. Retreat. Take some time for yourself. Don't always feel like you have to be the life of the party, or you're the one who has to be there like at the beginning of the party, through the party, and at the end of the party, and all that kind of stuff. Give yourself a break. Go for a period of time. And then when you feel like that first urge of like, now it's time to go, let it go. Don't hang on to that. Divine guidance. You are here on this planet at this very, very moment in time. You're getting this guidance from me because it's one of those, it's going to be a great one, not only for you, but for other people as well. When you are blessed, you bless other people. Okay. Okay. I've got one last question coming up. This is Callie. Callie is, how long before I purchase a home? That's a really hard one. You've got a couple of homes that you like, but you fall in love really easy. You're kind of how can I say this? Like you almost like every home that you see. Like I like this one. I love 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 this one. So you fall in love really easily with your homes, but it's one of those, so you're not really getting a clear question with that. My last one for everybody is manifestation. There's a lot of manifesting that you can do during this time frame. Like I said, with Jupiter in the sign of Aries right now, there's a lot of energy in play. Kim, I will post this on Instagram here in a few minutes. But I will tell you, this is a great time of year. It is a great time of year to get this energy going in the right direction. Make sure that you're doing your meditation and make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Listen to those last few cards that I did for everybody. This is a really great time of year to take some time for yourself and decide what's best for you. I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.